Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this story that I seen. You might have seen me share it on my Instagram a while ago. By the time this episode comes, so I'm recording this the day of like finding out this information, but by the time you guys hear this episode, it'll be long after I made that post and things. But anyways, so there was a story where I guess there's this TikTok challenge going on. I haven't heard of the challenge, but where it was my first time hearing about it through Damon's Live News. So shout out to him because I do find out a lot of things through him. But anyways, so he had overall posted how I guess a kid had punched his teacher in, like, I just overall punched her. You know, and there's all for a TikTok challenge. And my thing is, like, there's no reason on earth for you to punch a teacher. They ain't did nothing to you. Fam, I went through high school, middle school, elementary, having that one teacher that I'm like, fam, I want to choke slam you. I want to hit you with the most massive, like, spine buster, Batista bomb. Like, I've had that feeling. All right, I've had that feeling, trust me, but I would never in my life for any challenge whatsoever punch a teacher. My thing is, like, I understand, like, the problems and the situations and all that stuff that teachers got to go through, underpaid, dealing with crazy kids the whole day, and now this, like, how does this help the teacher? You know, like, that would be the one question I would, like, ask the kid is, like, what did that do for the teacher? You know, like, you're trying to be viral. You're trying to be a part of this TikTok challenge and get however many amounts of likes. What if the video doesn't blow up? So you just overall punched that teacher for no reason. And I'm like, fam, look, I don't care how much you hate a teacher. You should never put hands on a teacher unless they put hands on you. Then I feel like then you have an exception to the rules. But if they don't, fam, there's no reason for you to put any hands on the teacher. And I'm like, I sit down and I looked at that situation and I'm like, that could have been avoided. That you had, like, every choice and opportunity to not do that challenge. Like, and that's overall what I wanted to, like, you know, also talk on is, like, fam, people are just not creative nowadays. Like, everybody's like, oh, let me do this challenge. Let me put myself in danger or put somebody else's life in danger trying to, you know, do some. Like, my thing is that if you can take a challenge and add something to it and add, like, a creative spin to it coming from your mind, coming from your playbook, okay, cool. But if it's going to hurt people, if it's going to put others in danger, leave that challenge alone. Especially if it's you too. Leave the challenge alone. Like, I know it was funny when everybody was doing that crate challenge, but I was like, fam, like, people could have, like, I mean, probably people was really getting hurt badly by that. I'm like, there's people out there getting hurt with, like, smaller challenges. Now you're trying to elevate your body off up on these crates and things, and then eventually, and then I'm like, it's that, the cinnamon challenge. I remember hearing that somebody had, like, choked and died, I think, doing that. And I still, you know, me just being that dumb kid, I'm like, oh, I want to do the cinnamon challenge. I want to, you know, and as I get older and as I realize, like, the amount of things that I can overall do with being a content creator, that's why I just never, like, when I look at these challenges, when I look at people trying to, you know, do things for, you know, views and for, like, I see that and I'm like, man, you know, it sucks that that's what content creating is today. Like, I after sharing that post, like, it was a friend of mine, she's also a content creator, and even she felt the same way. Like, she's another content creator like myself, where it's like, fam, you can literally find what you have in the comfort of your own home and make the best of it. And I was like, and it was actually my friend, you guys might have seen me promote her and shout her out or heard me talk about her, but it was my friend Ama. We were talking about that. And it was just, you know, like, overall, like, just seeing us and then seeing that, I'm like, it's, you know, it's sad. It's sad that, like, people, you can look at a content creator that can be in the comfort of their own home and make some of the best content of all time. Like, no, you're trying to follow these challenges, and now look where it led you. Like, bruh, this did not end up well for you. This isn't good for you. This isn't good for you at all. And now you got this beef and this problem with this teacher because you're trying to be TikTok famous. Like, at the end of the day, this is why overall I wanted to, because I know people would be like, I'm like crapping on like content creating. I'm like, no, I'm crapping on content creators that just don't put no effort into what they do. Like, and I know people would look at me and say that I don't put no effort. I'm like, fam, I have 36 YouTube channels, a podcast. I don't do TikTok challenges, dances, or anything else. I do what I feel like doing. I can literally right now make 1,000 videos based off of the shoes that I have, the video games that I have, okay, the reaction videos that I can do, the millions and millions of topics that I can talk about. So probably not even thousands. I could probably do a lot more than thousands of videos. And I'm like, fam, I think did I post that tweet? I don't know if I posted that tweet. I was going to make a tweet talking about like content creating, but I can't remember if I posted that tweet or not. But anyways, hold on, let me turn my fan on. But there was at one point in time where I was like 100 videos. I had like over 100 unreleased videos. And none of those videos required me to do some crazy catastrophic like just like some challenge or some crazy stuff. Like I'm Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville. Like, fam, it was gaming videos and reaction videos and some other videos. So I'm like, really, I don't have to do these crazy and wild videos. Like, I've like reached the success point just doing the stuff that I'm already doing. So that's why I'm like, why is it so hard for people to comprehend that, to understand that? Like, you have it in you. You just don't want to use it. You just want to be lazy. You just want to do these TikTok challenges where it's now and then landed you in some trouble. And I'm gonna hold on for a second. Let me actually read out this story and see the extent, because I've read the part where he, I think he got suspended. Hold on for a second. Yeah, there's like teacher hospitalized after student punched her in TikTok challenge. And what's messed up about it, it's like just reading it, it's like, man, it sucks that people do this, and it's like they don't even really care about the damage that does to another person, because now, like, I don't even know the extent of her, but it's like, what if she's in a situation where she just doesn't feel safe? Like, she could have been building up all this confidence to be around people, kids, adults, everybody, and you just ruined it, all of it. But anyways, so the article reads out, and once again, shout out to Diamonds Live News for posting this. But anyways, it reads out, a 64-year-old disabled English teacher has been hospitalized after students, whatever, I'm not going to put her name and business out there, 18, punched her in the face as a part of a TikTok challenge. The incident happened at Covington High School in Louisiana. Jackson has been arrested and charged with battery of a school teacher, punishable as a felony. She is being held at St. Tammany Parish Jail until her trial. Slap a Teacher was October's challenge on a list of monthly prompts circulating TikTok, although the app denies any such trend on the app. In September's Devious Licks challenge, students posted videos of themselves vandalizing school bathrooms and stealing soap dispensers. Okay, like, stealing soap, like, or the dispensers, I'm like, okay, yeah, that overall costs us, some money and stuff. I'm not saying that was any better in things, but it's just, man, what's the big idea of doing a TikTok challenge? Like, okay, you have that one video. My thing is this, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. Okay, so let's say this video does blow up, right? This video does blow up, and then you get all these fans, you get all these followers. Now they want to see more content from you. And there, you can't go around and slap every teacher in your school. So now what are you going to do? You're going to try to promote some of the content or some of the stuff that you like? They're not going to follow you. They're following you because they like that one video that you posted. And so now you're trying to post all these other things. They're not feeling it. So now you try to go and convert and post some other stuff. They ain't feeling that either. Now you're just this crazy, insane content creator. And that's all people want from you. They just want that craziness from you. They want that insanity from you. Like the same one you displayed when you punched the teacher or slapped the teacher or whatever, but overall you put hands on the teacher and she didn't even do nothing to you. Like, my thing is this. I understand that there's kids out there that don't like teachers. Fam, I was one of them. Like I said, there was teachers that I was all like, if I catch you lacking, like, I swear I'm about to hit you with the most devious, most demonic, most whatever you want to call it, drop kick of all time. But that's talk. I don't really mean that. I'm not going to really go out and drop kick a teacher. I'm not going to really spine buster Batista bomb or do any of that stuff to a teacher. I'm saying that because that's how I feel. I feel anger when I see that teacher. But there is a level of respect that I have for that teacher. It may not be their teaching skills. It may not be them as a person. But it is just them existing. So maybe it might be them being overall a person, but who they are mentally and how they display themselves, yeah, I don't respect that. There's teachers, fam, there was one teacher, she showed us a video of a person's head being decapitated, talking about like you know, oh, this is like a health lesson to learn. What's the health lesson? That person's dead. Like, their head is freaking... It was like some video of a car rolling, and then she was like, oh, you see this round thing? I'm like, yeah, what is... And you couldn't really make out what it was, but yeah, person's head. And I'm like, that's not something that, you know, a person would, you know, want to see and stuff. Well, oh yeah, then she told me I wasn't going to graduate high school because I didn't know how to use a blood pressure cuff. And I'm like, that might be today's question. I'm like, do you guys know how to use a blood pressure cuff? Like, reach out to me and let me know, like, do you have experience using a blood pressure cuff? Because if not, guess where I can go to if I really wanted to figure out how to use a blood pressure cuff? I can go to the internet, okay? Miss, I ain't gonna say her name and stuff. But anyways, I can go to the internet. I can go watch a YouTube video. I can go to a hospital and ask a doctor that has that experience, how do you use a blood pressure cuff? You thinking that when a car accident, okay, so let's say in that scenario where you see a man's head goes flinging across the freeway, do you really think I'm going to go up to his body with no head and just be like, oh, let me go and test out his blood pressure and see? I'm like, hey guys, I think something's not right here. I think something's missing. I think something... The man is dead, okay? You think in any other crazy catastrophic accident, you really think taking a person's, like, okay, maybe in some situations, but guess where I can go to if I really want to get my blood pressure taken? Walmart, Target, there's grocery stores that literally got them little seat things where you just stick your arm in it, the thing tightens up around your arm, tests your blood pressure, you're good. Or I can go to a doctor's office, test my blood pressure, I'm good. So where does that, and I'm like, that was just one of the teachers. There's this one teacher, I think everybody knows that famous story I always like telling, but she told me that I could, she didn't tell me, she said it to the whole classroom, but I guess I wasn't a part of that class, even though I was like, fam, it was on my schedule, when you do the attendance thing, whose name do you say? I'm like, in that T section. I'm like, I'm probably the only kid in here where their name starts with a T. So I'm like, I'm on the list. I'm on the attendance list. I'm on the VIP list, whatever you want to call it and stuff. But anyways, but no, so she goes on to say, yeah, once when you're done with your test, you can sit with your friends and all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. My friend finishes his test, sits with a group of friends. I finish my test. I put my desk over to sit. And then she's like, Tyler, no, you can't sit with, over there. You're going to have to sit back where you were at. I'm like, didn't you say when we're done with our test, we can sit with our friends? And then she just said, thank you. And I'm like, what does thank you mean? Thank you is not answering my question. Like, can you please answer my question? And then she said, thank you again. So at that point, me and her, we're just kind of going, she's just sitting there saying thank you. And I'm like, fam, you're not answering my question. And that's just showing how much of a poor teacher. That's the thing. I will never put hands on the teacher, but I will kindly or unkindly roast a teacher in front of the whole classroom. So yeah, I started going off on her teaching skills. I started just going off in that classroom. I go outside and I'm kind of like, yelling and being loud because I'm like, fam, that doesn't even make any sense. She didn't keep her word. She said that I can sit with my friends and I can't. And now all of a sudden she's going against. And so it was funny because there was another teacher in the classroom. I was chill with her. I liked her because she was cool. But the one teacher, the head teacher and stuff, yeah, I was like, nah, you got issues. You out here saying, oh, we can sit with our friends. As soon as I go to sit with my friends, it's a problem. So anyways, yeah, I remember I'd never forget. I remember going back in the classroom. She was just giving me the most like evilest look of all time, face turning red and all that stuff. What other issues have I had with Oh yeah, I remember I got on one teacher because she felt like she needed to keep calling my mom. So there was a day where I remember she told me to go up to the office and pick up some papers. Go there, pick up some papers. I come back. The classroom legit snitched on her, fam. Like, that's how cool I was with kids at my school, where I had a whole classroom tell me, oh yeah, Tyler, she called your mom when you wasn't here. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, for what? They're like, I guess like about. So I didn't even let them. I just looked at her. I was just like, hey, yo, like, if you're gonna call my mom, don't send me to the office talking about, oh, girl, you gotta go pick up some. Like, tell me and let me know, because you probably called her on some dumb stuff. And in fact, my mom doesn't even want you calling her no more because you keep calling her too much. Dang, figure out the situation with me. My mom ain't going to this school. I'm going to this school. What is my mom supposed? She got her own job. She got her own things to worry about. She sent me here so I can learn something. And you feel like you need to, is that really being a good teacher? Come on now. So I spoke my mind when I was in school. I'm like, yeah, I will never put hands on a teacher, but I definitely will speak my mind. Then I remember in that same classroom, there was a substitute teacher. She was trying to like, control the kids, couldn't control them. She looks at me because I was the TA, the teacher assistant for that classroom. So she looks at me and was all like, oh, you need to, or she was just like, you need to set a better example for these kids. You're not the TA. I'm like, you're a substitute teacher. They hired you for this. I'm just supposed to just be here because I passed off a good portion of my classes. So I'm just taking this as an extra class. I'm just pretty much getting extra credit from this class. Like, why are you here? What's your business being here? You got bills to pay. And I'm like, if you can't even do the one job they hired you for, like, what is that really looking like right now? So she got mad, got up, stormed out the classroom, went to another classroom to get help. By the time she was coming back, bell rang, and I was all like, yeah, it's like, lady, don't do that and stuff. So, but anyways, I'm like, yeah, my thing is this. If a teacher is making you mad, don't be afraid to speak your mind. But if you feel like you need to go at them with physical violence, hey, yo, leave the classroom. Just go outside. Like, I'm like, because I know most people think, oh, going outside, that's a teacher thing. No, there is a time, I remember there was a teacher in my elementary school. And yeah, I was like, fam, I beef with teachers at every school I went to. I went to 2 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. And I beef with almost every teacher in every area of that school, or of all those schools and stuff. But no, I remember in my elementary school, the second one that I went to, because I beef. I can't remember all the times or all the reasons why I beef with teachers at the original school or original elementary school I was going to. But at the second one, no. So there was me and there was a few other kids. We took our shoes off, got our because it was like winter and stuff. So we got our gloves, put the gloves on our feet, and we were just kind of like walking around the classroom, pointing and laughing and all that stuff. So she, instead of looking at us and saying, all of you guys gotta go call your moms right now, she points to me and she's like, Tyler, go call your mom. Like all these other kids. And she had, my thing is, I know people would be like, oh, maybe she didn't see. She was right there. It wasn't like she was like all the way across the classroom, fam. She was right there looking at us all while we had gloves on our feet and stuff. Don't ask why. We were just being dumb and kids. Overall, we were being kids. So I'm like, why would you have me call my mom over some stuff? I was all like, no, I'm not calling my mom over some stuff like that. That doesn't even make any sense. You mean to tell me, I'm like, oh, then it was in middle school, another situation had happened like that where the teacher wanted me. But then guess what? All of those teachers never decided, oh, I'm going to do some challenge where I punch them in their face or something. I'm like, man, get out of here with that. So to all the kids that's out here doing stuff like that and doing these TikTok challenges and you're trying to get famous, viral, and become the next PewDiePie or Charlie D'Amelio, but you're going about it all wrong, So I'm like, fam, these challenges, they need to stop. If you're not creative, then fam, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, whatever platforms you're trying to get famous on ain't for you if you ain't got no creative bone to add to it. So if you ain't got no creative bone to add to it, you gonna have to go and find another job to work at until you get that creative bone. If you ain't got it, leave, bruh. Leave. Now, I'm usually the one to tell people, I'm like, follow your dreams, do what you want to do. If that is what your dreams are, is physically abusing people that ain't did nothing to you, you need to recalculate and arrange your dreams. Because that obviously ain't it. So, But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. No promos at the end of the episode, because it's kind of a serious episode and stuff. So, but anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.